Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Thank you very much for this kind of the 28th February 2025. Here it comes in a way which is so climatizing, and the day is so fantabulous as we just proceed and make this kind of the content come to you live, which is one-on-one. I respect and I really congratulate and kudos to everyone who's been tuned and subscribing and liking and sharing to make sure that everything is getting out in a bombshell. Here we go. It's one-on-one. Thank you very much for being tuned and getting this kind of the platform coming out in this kind of the section from the G Castle one-on-one. Thank you very much. So guys, we have much of the discussions to put onto the position right now here, and I've just had much of the people talking about, oh, Gintu gonna be going back to the Kenge fraternity. It can never happen in this kind of the world, and it will never, and it can never happen, because it was just they're just gaining to find how they can just solidify, how they can just look for the sympathy and make sure that they're gonna be having some of the friendship. Let me tell you this kind of the thing how it goes. Yesterday, as I just spoke with the Lady J, it was in a conjunction that he's just looking for the friendship, because there's no one who is going hand in hand with them, and he's just lacking much of the things like the storage in Nyabuhanse there, so as he can just store much of his own things. And you know, he has been alleging much of the things, but sometimes I do take this kind of the responsibility to tell people this way, that it was the person who was talking about and he ever attacked me and told me that Gintu, you will ever be living in mud houses and this and this. We ever talked about that one, and I ever came out and talked about we're going to be checking who is going to be fooling who. So right now I'm just confirming them wrong, and whenever I was just having some of the conversation with him, it was just confirming him that there's nothing going to be, if God has promised it will happen, everything going to be happening. It's not their own courtesy nor inflation of their own improstipations of the day. It could not happen the way it is. But the real effect of the day, how it comes, is looking this way, that Gintu is now coming to be another gene, another real G outside here, because I'm now confirming that we can make it despite having them in the talk about in the course of the portfolio. And for him to talk about going to be coming even to shoot a video, he knows the impact of Gintu. He knows that this is the way forward. He knows that Gintu can help him in this kind of the manner. He knows that who I am, they know myself. They have ever tried to attack me, but it has never happened in their own silly manners. They know themselves. And for the real effect of the day, it comes out clearly to vivid lies and talk to the people that it can never happen that Gintu gonna be going back. They're just looking for the ways, and I know it's just a trick they might be using, but I told you that I've ever done thanks school with the security purposes. I know much of the thinking of that kind of the family and what I'm making, and I know because I've sat with the Mwango, I've sat with the Lady J, I've sat with the Con Mama, I've sat with the Conrad, I've sat with Maro, I've sat with Rocio, I've sat with everybody in that kind of the family. I know their thinking capacity, I know their relation capacity, I know how they can just think and relate, I know how they can apply, how they can think, and how they can just judge. We have this kind of the things. So when I come out to just hear from them, that's why I'm always reporting one-on-one, so as you can just get what is really happening. Because if I could not be reporting that, oh, the Con Mama has ever called that Gintu should go back and check on Kenge's fish ponds there because they're just falling, if I could have not reported, talking about people that they have ever called me so they can just go there, it was just a report so they can just know that they are still looking for me, because the karma is now hitting them very fantastically. And even Lady J was telling me that yesterday, because they are now falling and falling and falling. That is the real concept of the day. But the real concept that I want to be having out is they have been looking as like talk about the empty plates that are no longer having some ugali. They're just thinking about they're going to be leaking this kind of the plates here. They're going to be talking about, oh, this kind of the people are this way, this kind of the people are that way. But the real essence of the day, they've known that it's not a matter of it's just a matter of time. It's going to be holding to their own capability, and they have now known that things are changing. With God, everything is possible. With this kind of how they are just thinking that, oh, we're going to be making it this way, we're going to be having it, they have just seen that they are nothing in front of the people or in terms of the village. And to the real G here, I'm going to be making sure that I'm going to stop them and make them apply. Because I told you that one day it might be so chaos, it might be chaos to some of them, and it might be so happy for much of the people who are thinking about, oh, Gintu cannot talk with this kind of the people, or Gintu cannot do this. I talked once upon a time that YouTube is like politics. You might find today this kind of a person is not in good relation with another person, but tomorrow you'll find them together. It's the same as the politics. And the day that I spoke with Lady J, it means that he was looking for me so as we can have a conversation. He was looking for it. And to the real effect of the day, I know that they're trying to formulate and talk about, oh, how can we get Gintu back to the villa and do this, the kind of the jobs he was ever doing, because there's no one who can be hired to go in such kind of a place and not be paid in such kind of a position and still exist in that area. So it's something which is awkward and something which is a pogromicity of the day. But to the real postcoms and the oscoms of the day, we have come out clearly to talk about there's no one who can just go and do some jobs there. I cannot have that time to go there. And I don't have much of the hesitation to talk about what is really good about the days, how they're going and how we ever been took. And right now, they're now looking it as this, that we are now important than the way they thought about we could be. Because once upon a time, I cannot talk about I can just trust Lady J because I know his behavior. Because I used to go there in several times when I was delivering milk. Because whenever I talk about I know that family, it's from the time I was a small boy of around some 10 years there, or 8, 10, some years there, and I was delivering them with milk. So I know their tendency, I know their behavior from the time the con mom was ever a teacher in my school I was learning, from the time the con dad was ever coming to my home talking about, I want to buy this kind of a calf, how much is it? And they negotiate with my father, and my father talk about, this is, talk about, this overpriced here, I cannot take it because I don't have much money to buy it. I know from that time. And I know about whenever I was delivering milk about how Dimwang was ever handling me during to that time, because she was ever handling me in a programmicity way. So I know everything. I know the time I was ever going there while Moro was ever wearing some of the shorts and just hanging some cucumbers out like a pig, so you can understand it. So when we come out clearly to if I've sensibly talk about this kind of the things, and I know their thinking capacity, I know how they think, I know how everything is going on. So that's why I always talk about I'm gauging them, and I'm talking about they have to see that things are changing outside there, and we have to make it change. And from the change, whenever the change is going to be coming to have a change in a changing way, we have to change with the change. The way the change comes to change the way. And this is the real effect of the day. And we're going to be talking about there's no one who's going to be hired again, because I have the G Castle here to move on with it and to make sure that everything is coming out so clearly and effectively for the day and vividly good. In a small synopsis or in a small recap of the day is that they're trying to make sure that Gintu is coming to themselves and talk about, Gintu going to be joining us again. We ever told you that, this kind of the people are going to be coming back. It's just the essence of the day. And it will never happen, and it can never happen. Because right now they're eyeing for talk about, where is Gintu? How did Gintu do so as he can just build? Because all the theme that Kenge is having, they're just wondering, why is it becoming so easy for Gintu to have a very big house like a G Castle, and it's moving daily? And they're now thinking about how can we make it happen. And that is the biggest equation that they're having still to date. And much of the people, they know it, that it has not been easy, and people are trying to make it. That's why sometimes I come out clearly to vividly talk about the boys I have in terms of the amigos. They're just, we always have to talk this kind of the things out clearly and solve much of the matters that are not allegatively to such kind of the people. Don't come to with an ego or talking about, because Gintu is this way, cannot support me in this way, because I have already elaborated myself clearly. So people might be talking about, Gintu is now joining Lady J. I'm not joining anyone here, because if I could have joined him, we could have shot a video in his channel, because we could be just talking about, we are just big enough now, we're going to be having Gintu into this kind of the way moving forward, and everything going to be coming out inclusively. We have to say about this is the real effect of the day, and we have to go with how the effect comes and how the effects talk about us to have. And to the real day, here scenarios here and there, the telenovela, telenovela. The esquires and osquams of the day, we have to enclose ourselves and talk about, we have to go forward, and there's nothing, because whenever they talk about fish farming, I have my own fish farming to go on in my site, and I'm gonna be having a very neat and exclusively meticulous and fabricated fish pond that are gonna be coming out, which is so elaborative, and people will be taught about how to invest, and they talk about the real G Castle gonna be coming out with much of the things like it's going to be depending on itself, self-sufficient room or self-sufficient house. And this is the deal that I have that I want to do. And that's why I've just talked about the construction of the G Castle is coming out clearly. So keep it tuned, keep it locked, because much of the things, let me check on how the G Castle is moving so you can just make it happen. And this is just the beginning of the video talk. Keep it tuned, keep it locked, because much of the people talk about, oh, Gintu, now have you left Mogesi? No, things are going to be coming that way. Sometimes we have some miscellaneous effect this way, miscellaneous effect that way, but we have to talk about it's the effect of the day. But we have to solve it, and things are going to be going out so effectively, and there's much of throwing itself into the program. But everything going to be coming to you. Just see a video going to be tangling up that we're going to be talking about. This is how the life is, and this is how we have to go forward. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. There's nothing you have to worry about, because the G is on with you one-on-one. Here we go right now. Hello beautiful people, wherever you are, welcome back. It's underscore Gintu back again to the street of the roots of today. Here we come to one-on-one live coverage that we're gonna be starting it on the 21st of February 2025, and one-on-one I have Faida. Yes. Faida today has concluded 10,000 bricks at the section today, and is now preparing his own luggages and leaving my home with an immediate effect.
Yes.
Yes.
The immediate effect, yes. Hey, can I talk to you?
Guys, everything is so fantastic as we go on with the assessmatic of making sure that we're going to be checking on the bricks and making sure that they're quality and so productive in the system of today. And for the fact of what is really happening, we have the two Germans, and I'm going to be giving them a high thanks, because we have formulated 30,000 bricks since October last year, 2024, up to today, which is the date 20th February 2025. They have just done with 30,000 bricks on the spot. And here we go, guys. They're going to be giving us more of the details on when are they going to arrange the kiln and how are they going to make it. Where arithmetically are they going to make it? Because we have much of the things to reveal and make sure that we're going to be giving you the update on why and where are we going to be using this kind of the bricks. They are here into the field, and this is just a 2-day formulation and the molding of the bricks of this kind of the field. They are so better German, and I'm going to be giving them a special thanks for everyone who wants to know about themselves and their lives. Today is today. I don't leave them here. Things going to be covering right now, and this is just the beginning. I have Faida. Come. One after each. One after each. How are you, Mr. Faida? Come to this side. Come. Hapa. Where are you going? Where are you going? Thank you very much. What's your name?
My name is Faida.
No, have a voice, because whenever you are here, whenever you take tea, you always run here, talk about, hey, Gashagwa, impinged. Today you are one-on-one. How are you, Mr. Faida?
I'm fine.
What's your real name, apart from Faida, which is Prophet?
My name is Peter Marolioba.
Peter Marolioba.
Yes.
Peter Marolioba.
Yes.
And you have a family?
Yes.
And you have children?
Yes.
And also you have oh, I've already talked about a wife already. Yeah. So you have parents?
I have one.
A father or a mother?
A mother.
A mother.
Yes.
How many children do you have?
4.
4 children.
Yes.
Who is the firstborn?
All they are girls.
Oh, they are girls.
Yes.
Hey! Here now, we want to get the real vibe of today. Yes. So, Mr. Faida, you have both girls.
Yes.
How many girls? 4 of them.
Yes.
What's our precious firstborn name?
Happiness Boke.
Happiness, wow. Because she was the one who oriented and you became a father.
Yes.
So do you know that how many years is she?
16.
16 years.
Yes.
So it means that now you became talk about a productive father.
Yes.
16 years ago.
Yes.
Hey, you look short, precise, and so good, gentlemen here, and everything is so good. Eh?
Yes.
So, do you have any problem there at home? Because I gave you much of the work to do here, more than 30,000 bricks.
Yes.
So today you have finished your 30,000 bricks for today.
Yes.
And now we have already burnt 20,000.
Yes.
We are having 10,000 onto the field,
Yes.
and others are still stored onto the stores here to make sure that we're gonna be waiting for the moment to reach, as we're gonna be tangling and the commencement of the kiln.
Yes.
So what have you got from this kind of the job that I gave you? Now it's like 6 months in my home.
Yes. No, you.
4 months?
4
No,
months.
3 months and a half.
3 months.
3 months and a half.
Yes.
So what have you gained from me?
You have given me money. I have.
You have done what? What have you done that you can talk about? Oh, this one here, it's from the courtesy of Gintu. And this one here, I did it because Gintu gave me a job and I did it perfectly. And he gave me this. One, do I want to tell you one?
Oh.
I gave you chicken.
Yes, chicken.
So those chicken I gave you for free.
For free.
So don't pay for them.
Yes.
Those ones are now for yours.
Yes.
How VIP? Yes, guys, I gave him some chicken, talking about it was the first in January, and they told me that, oh, Gintu, give us some chicken and we're gonna be paying you whenever you will just be paying us. But I've never cut any money. Yes. So it's today I was waiting for the day to make sure that I was telling them, I'll cut you. But today it has come a day and telling them that those kind of the chicken, they are yours.
Yes.
And feel free, eat eggs.
Yes.
And don't invite the pastors. You know, pastors always come to eat eggs. Or you are a pastor? Huh?
No, I'm not a pastor.
You are not a pastor,
Yes.
but you married from a pastor.
Yes.
Hey. So you're going to be inviting guys. You know, here in Africa, we have that code of people talking about pastors whenever they come to your home. The first food that they get is eggs. Right or wrong?
Yes.
It's right, eh?
Yes.
So have you prepared that whenever pastor comes, the eggs are variable?
Yes.
They are variable.
Yes.
So is it going to hatch, or it's production of eggs only?
For eggs only.
For eggs only.
Yes.
That's the courtesy of Gintu. So you have something that we'll talk about. Oh, Gintu gave me a chicken that I'm just getting some eggs from there.
Even at night I eat eggs.
At night you eat eggs.
Yes, every day.
But do you know that you have two?
One, I'm correcting eggs.
One.
Yes.
But you have two already.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
You know that you have two?
Yes, I have two.
Thank you.
You give me two.
It's not me I gave you.
Yes.
It's how you are created. You have two, which are permanent.
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. So what another thing do you have at home? Have you planted maize?
No, I'm not. I have not. Now I'm preparing to plant.
Oh, you are preparing to plant.
Yes.
So today I'm gonna be giving you. Do you remember the maize that I planted here and you were eating when you were burning some charcoal?
Yes.
Or not charcoal? You are burning some bricks.
Yes.
Do you remember them?
Yes.
You want those kind of the seeds?
Now, but your mother tell me is giving you 5 gorogoro.
I'm gonna give you 5 gorogoro
today.
Wow, that one is for free. Go take 5 gorogoro for free.
Now you know.
Huh?
I exchange.
Oh, you exchanged?
Yeah,
What did you exchange?
I bring for him 5, and then him will give me 5.
So do this. If you want to exchange, you want that kind of the seeds, eh?
Yes.
So it means that now I'm giving you courtesy. Bring 5,
Yes.
take 10.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Take 10, bring 5. Because you talk about you had an exchange. My mother wanted an exchange.
No.
Eh? Yeah. It's you wanted an exchange.
Yes.
Talking about you want the seeds. Guys, I have
Now.
very meticulous seeds.
Things not. I want to. This is called mbolea.
Or you want fertilizer.
Yes.
You don't have fertilizer.
Yes.
Okay. And do you know that I don't use fertilizer? Me, I don't use fertilizer. I do use the chicken refuse, and I do use compost pits that I've already put aside that are going to be taking. It's tomorrow that are going to be having some boys here coming to take talk about the manure to the field, because I don't use fertilizer, guys, I tell you. And that's why I say I have the seeds that it doesn't matter that you have to use a fertilizer. You have to use only manure to plant them. So you're going to be getting the seeds, go and plant, but you have manure which will facilitate and enrich your soil with fertility.
Now that you tell me I don't have.
You don't have manure?
Yes.
Don't you have a cow?
I have a cow, but
or combining them together, it is a problem. Whenever they have one wheelbarrow, somebody take it. So guys, there's a big problem. Huh?
Yes, a big problem.
That's a big problem. So how are you gonna be making it then? So okay, because I have still the money, and you're gonna be coming back only for 2 days to arrange the kiln and burn it. That is a contract, and I've given you already. Make sure that the money that you'll get from there, I know that it's a contract of a day and overnight day. So you're gonna be in daytime and overnight of burning. So you're gonna be getting money for you to buy fertilizer. That's good. So you have seeds, you have chicken. Another thing, what you have ever, you talked about, you have children going to school?
Yeah, they are going to school, but the teacher send them money.
They send them home money.
Yes.
How much?
That the first girl.
The first girl, which is the firstborn?
The firstborn. He wants 1,050.
1,050.
Yes.
1,050, which is $8 US.
Yes.
1,050.
Yes.
And the second?
600.
Yes. The third?
6.
The fourth? 500.
Yes.
So a combination is 12 plus 1,050, which is 2,250 plus 500, which is 2,550, which is approximately $20 US.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now
so
that thing is
challenging you a little bit, guys. It's something that we call jua kali, which is jua kali is something that you always do in sunny time, and you can just check on how the sun is shining, and they're now leaving the formulation of the bricks down there. They have just enclosed it with a cavero, which is the polythene sheet there. So they're doing much of the work in sun, and it's not that they were not educated nor this and this. We have such kind of the people to represent, because I could not to go and talk about I need a professor to come and do this kind of the things. A professor cannot do it, and talk about a doctor cannot do it. But the real effect of the day, you are the one. Yes. So I've promised you much of the things, and you're gonna be making it. So pray hard. Yes. Maybe tomorrow gonna be your day. Yes. Say amen.
Amen.
Say amen again.
Amen.
Thank you very much. I have another gentleman here. Man, come. So you are arranging yet on Monday. You're gonna be arranging them again. We have the called Gashagwa, and he's taller like me here. How are you, man?
I'm very fine.
You are very fine. Today English is gonna be flowing. How is everything, Gashagwa? You are impeached. So today I'm going to impeach you live from my site, because it's not that, guys, they are going for good, but we have concluded 10,000 bricks, which gonna be having 30,000 bricks already formulated here. And it was the man who I gave the contract, and he invited Mr. Faida. Exactly. And from today now is the one whom I'm going to be talking about. Thank you very much for your work. And you have ever been here since October until to date, which is February 2025. And they have gained much of the things. I gave you a chicken.
Yes.
And you slaughtered?
Yes. No.
No.
You slaughtered? This man here. At least he's talking what is from his own heart. Yeah. That you know, sometimes I gave you during the first year, whenever January was approaching, the new year. So I knew the pirika of here, Shagarabagar, Telenovela, and the hula balu of the day. You could have slaughtered it. We acknowledge, because I gave them with no condition, and that I told them that take whatever you want, go use the way you need need. And I don't have condition that, oh, make sure that you are going. But Man Faida there told me that his is just getting some eggs. And yours, now it is in your stomach. Yet now it's already manure. Now you're going to use those manure to plant maize. Have you planted maize?
Maize? No.
Umepanda mahindi?
No.
What have you? What did you get from Gintu? And you can just tell people that, okay, this one from. Yeah, you are saying that what have you ever get from Gintu that you can say about, okay, from the courtesy of Gintu, I raise up my hand and talk about, I've ever got this from Gintu. What do you have?
Yes, can you, Gintu, can you support you 4 bag mahindi? Will you support me, Kashagwa?
I support you.
I will support you.
Ongea kwa Kiswahili. Ongea kwa Kiswahili. Here now the English is gonna be breaking here. So unataka aje?
Nataka unisaidia mahindi.
Tena nikusaidia na nimekusaidia kupata pesa.
Sasa kitu Kenya basi kama unataka unisaidia.
Sasa kitu tunasema.
Unisaidie mbolea.
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 So mbolea is fertilizer. You need fertilizer.
Ya kupandia.
Ya kupandia. Kupandia or the DAP. Yakitoka whenever they uproot, you put it.
Yes, unaweza pandia mahindi ukiweka hivi na unaweka na mbolea juu. Mbolea chini na mahindi.
Hiyo sijawahi iona bana. Inakuwa, yes, it is good, but the normal one. Plant maize, whenever it has shoot out, put the fertilizer, weed it, maize shoot up. And right now, it's a sunny time. Guys, it's a sunny time. It just rained some 5 days ago. You remember? It rained from 5 days ago. So you cannot tell me that you're going to be planting maize. Right now, it's a dry land. Go place the fertilizer, put on top of maize. You are going to roast it, man. You're going to grill it like meat. So it will never come out. To the real fact, because when you plant right now and it rains, now the maize will come out softly. Then after having some 2 leaves there, then apply the fertilizer. So as everything gonna be coming out clearly.
No problem.
Exactly. So the fertilizer, okay. I'll just check, guys, if I'll get somebody to link me with the government, as I'm gonna be checking on the subsidy. It's called the subsidy fertilizer that the government of Kenya brought. So as it has a subsidy already, and I'm gonna be buying for these boys here and making sure that everything is so fantastic. Making sure that I'm gonna be buying 1 bag so they can just separate for 2, because I will have helped them a little bit from there. So we shall see about that one. So how many do you have children?
1.
You have 1 child or 1 wife?
1
wife.
Yeah,
watoto?
4
children.
4 children.
Only gentlemen.
Yes.
And Faida only girls. We have to exchange some matters here. One has to go somewhere and another one has to go somewhere. So as we can get a boy somewhere and a girl somewhere. It's not that he's having, I don't know how they selected themselves and their friends. I don't know if they were negotiating on how to deal with this kind of the things. We are waiting for the next child to be born, so as we can just see whom we will be reflecting here. So they were just discussing, they were having so much thoughts here and there, talking about, hey, you know, you have girls, I have boys, so exchange of material and this and this and this. Or you have exchanged already?
No.
You might be laughing, but you know that things have already slapped the inside. Eh? At least what I know. Do you expect another child? Unatarajia mtoto mwingine?
No.
No. Faida, do you want one?
Yes.
You expect?
Yes.
A boy? We have cut the matter short. Already, guys, you have heard. If you got it, get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. So you have heard about now he's expecting a boy and he's expecting a girl. So you will know what we are with.
No.
Guys, we are waiting for that time to reach. It's the same way that whenever the government came to construct a road here, which is talk about it's a macadam road, and the Italians came, and also we have some roads which are not so much permanent, but they are Roman roads here, and this kind of the Chinese people went to talk about construct the roads here. So right now we have so many Chinese in our village, and people are talking about, no, I'm working with the Chinese in their company. At long last, it will come out clearly one day. You will see somebody is this way, then you will just wonder, how? Gintu is black. Why is the person coming out with the eyes which are not good here? Exactly. You understand, guys. So the fact here, now Gachagua, they know themselves. So we say about the fertilizer and some 2-3 things. Exactly. I want to be handling some of the matters here. And thank you very much for your time. Faida, come. Faida. And I really appreciate your effort that you have made to me and making sure that you have formulated 30,000 bricks. And to that 30,000 bricks, it means that you have 60,000 Kenya shillings, which is more than $500 US.
Yes.
Faida is saying about yes. And guys, this is just a job like another job. So the only thing I was commenting is thank you very much for your time, and you have just made something correct, and we have enjoyed ourselves here. I think, have you ever missed something, or I'm gonna calling you. Have you ever missed any lunch maybe?
Every day you are giving us food every day. Breakfast and kitafunio.
Oh, kitafunio is the psyching escort,
Yes.
And
every day.
escort every day, and lunch.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then we start that thing. We start bricks here. You slaughter us two hen.
2 hens.
Yes. Your mother bring us.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yes.
I understand. Exactly. So guys, that's how we perfect ourselves. And for them to come for 3 months every day, every time, and the ones who helped Mogesi with the bricks burning, and Mogesi today was talking about going to be continuing with the formulation of the bricks there. I don't know if you're going to be hired again, so as you can just do there some jobs there, because you do meticulous, guys. You can just check. This is a 2-day work, 2 days. And now you can just gauge per day they're just formulating more than 1,400 bricks. Imagine a day they can make it. And for the fact today we have come to an end of the third it's called the third kiln that's going to be arranged here on Monday, and we're going to be the engineers, so as we can make it happen, because the firewood are already, some of the boys there, they're cutting much of the firewood there, so as we can just have the day going on. So fantastic. Exactly. Yes, hello. Niaje, niko kwa video kidogo tu nakupigia. Na shoot video, niko home. Na shoot video kidogo tu. Yes, guys, we are back. It's just confirming much of the things. I'm going to be calling her a little bit there to confirm. We have so many people now calling. This guy is looking for the content today. Joseph Vegas is going to be waiting for it. Exactly. So, guys, it's an end, and this is much of the things that we have just concluded today. And I'm going to be talking about, thank you very much for the 2 boys here that have made it happen. And we're going to be getting themselves. If I need much of the other bricks, because I told you, this ones, whenever we're going to be completing it, we're going to be starting another 10,000 again to make sure that I'm going to be enclosing my family. Because the wall going to be running from my G castle. I don't know if I can just check it from here. The G castle, it's just not getting good from here. So you're gonna be coming from the other side. This kind of the house is gonna be demolished from here, and you're gonna be putting my mother's house inside enclosed, and the wall gonna be coming to get this kind of the wall that perimeter wall that was placed here. So you're gonna be turning around and going back to the G castle. That's why I have formulated 10,000 more bricks here to make sure that everything is so fantastic. So have you seen the firewood? Are they good for you to use now?
Yes.
So So they're gonna be so fantastic. Yes. So the only thing is on the same day we come and put our thoughts together. Yes. Exactly. So everything is so fantastic, guys. They are falling some trees down there to make sure that the bricks gonna be coming out clear. So you're gonna be coming back to check on the bricks. Not that now we are finishing it up, but you're gonna be coming to check on the bricks. This one's gonna be not be taken to the store because they're gonna be starting the foundation of the kiln to make it happen. So keep it tuned, keep it locked. Thank you very much, bro, for your time. And it has been so long.
Mr. Yincho.
Exactly, guys.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Tomorrow is another day.
Tomorrow is another day. Yes. Here we come. So fantastic. Wagwan, eh? Yes. Exactly. Faida. Yes. So I wish that you're going to be having much of the job. People going to be giving them much of the job. Yes. Much of the job. And they have made it happen. Keep it tuned. Keep it locked. Much of the things going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. Here we conclude this kind of the video. 30,000 bricks on the spot.
Umezipata? Sasa
guys, we are back to the G Castle, back again, and here we are. It's one-on-one live coverage, and now the shade is shading here so meticulous and so fantabulous, and we're gonna be having much of the talk here a little bit because now the G Castle, it's now drying up in terms of the veranda upstairs, and from the far end I'm gonna be making sure that we have things that have been already represented so well, and you can now walk in the G Castle so meticulous. Here we have the stairs already, they're drying up to the down sea level. They are making sure that we're gonna be stepping here very, very soon. No much of now climbing the ladders to make sure that we are accessing the G Castle on top here, and everything is so fantastic as we go on with the day, as we protrude and make it happen, as we have the engineer is always available, making sure that things are to be put in place, so as everything gonna be monitored. How are you, the engineer?
I'm good.
Everything is good, bro?
Everything is good.
So I see here you have some of I don't know how they call him, the arrow-like structures here.
Elbows.
Oh, elbows.
Yeah, PVC.
Oh, PVC elbows.
Yeah.
So what are they for, man?
They're for this drainage here.
Oh, so guys, from how I can just look here, can you give us a small synopsis here so we can know how this water is running?
Yeah, this one will be flowing on this slab.
Oh, okay. Do you mean that the only the water that's just from this side here?
Yeah, we'll be pouring down here, then it flows to up to that the pipe that is there.
Oh, the piping is here.
Yeah.
So this one is for the veranda. I'm gonna be getting water, all of it corrected in the veranda. Gonna be having it going down.
Yeah.
So again, we have another one here. This also the gutter.
Yeah, there is another gutter here.
Okay.
Now this gutter the water will be flowing towards
it will be linked with that one.
With that
okay. One, yeah. So water will be going to the other side.
Exactly.
Okay, now I got it. So the way you are constructing here, because I see some construction here a little bit, so it means that there's another wall inside there?
There's a small wall here which will be like 2 courses. 2
courses up.
Yeah, because this roof will come up to this point here.
Okay, the iron sheet.
Yeah,
so they can pour inside.
A small wall here which will be like 150 millimeters. Yeah. The height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as those kind of the iron sheet will be linked inside the channel.
Inside.
They will be pouring water inside the channel.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be creating here another to block it here.
Yeah, there's a small wall again.
Or gonna be blocking. So it's gonna be like a small blockage, like a small dam there.
Exactly.
Oh. Yeah. So okay, now I got it. So this is an outlet that's gonna be coming to this position here. Yeah. So another one, this one here, I see it's a little bit smaller. So how is it going to be linked here?
That one will not. The water that will be collected there is not all that much.
Oh, it's not much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it will be linked to the other one. So where are you going to construct that wall now? Here?
There's a small wall which will pass here.
Then the outer one?
The outer one will be
here or here?
Yeah, where you're
Oh, here, outside here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it will put this kind of the pipe into the, talk about interior of it.
Part of it.
Or part of it.
Yeah.
It will be inside the wall. Exactly. So, the other, no, okay, now I get. The other one now it will be linked to the other far end.
The bigger one.
So, are you going to be doing the screeding or which kind of the things you want to be doing there? The screeding, tiling?
Where?
To the concrete gutter?
The gutter will be tiled.
It will be tiled.
Yeah.
Okay. Which kind of the tiles? Water tiles? Which kind of the tiles? Because
you know, the tiles are usually waterproof.
oh,
Yeah.
all tiles.
Yeah.
Okay. And also to this kind of the veranda here. Do you wish us to tile it or put terrazzo?
It will depend on
The pocket demand.
the pocket demand.
Okay. But which one do you prefer? Because everything is
Also,
everything is
terrazzo
good.
can-
Tomorrow is another day.
Terrazzo also can work.
Terrazzo can work.
Yeah.
So already have just got the point, guys. Here you can just get it here one on one. So I'm gonna be looking for Johnny the terrazzo, the person who put the terrazzo to Ayamaro. There is my best friend ever, and I ever did such kind of the work. So I wanna be picking much of the people who I know that they are so fantastic in terms of that kind of the work. And if it's the terrazzo, guys, we're gonna be checking on how the things are gonna be coming out clearly and put them effectively to the G castle here, and we're gonna be making the G castle to come out clearly. So I shown you that these are the drainage pipes here, and we have much of them here. Every section here, we have another one here, we have another one here. So these are just the drainage pipes. We're gonna be having the piping that we're gonna be linked. And I told you guys that I'm gonna be having some fish ponds here at this kind of the section here. I'm gonna be having some of the fish pond at the edge of the veranda here and the far end there, that will be having the high impression rate, that are gonna be having some of the fish farming restored here, to make sure that everything is so fantastic as we conclude and make sure that the G castle is coming out so meticulous and clear. So oh, that kind of is it a glue like? Hey, it's having a scent, my friend. Hey, it's looking like something is burning somewhere. Okay. So this one is to insert it there to make sure that the drainage of water is properly done. Eh? Yeah, I can check it here. So guys, it's an organized job that it's being done here to make sure that everything is so fantastic, as we make sure that the qualifications are highly restored, to make sure that we don't have any kind of a mess whenever it comes to the end of the production or the end of the construction. At the end, when we shall have to finish or we are in a finishing point, everything should be done in a meticulous manner. And I talked about all the waters that are going to be coming out from the G castle here, going to be formulated. All the water that are going to be coming from the veranda, upstairs veranda, are going to be going to the fish ponds. And from the fish ponds here, it's going to be drained. It's going to be having an inlet and an outlet, so as you can be mixing, because I told you to have a fish farm into an area, you should have an outlet and an inlet, to make sure that everything that is getting in, it's synthesized, and also everything that's getting out, it's just known. Because I told you that I'm gonna be having some gardens here outside here, to make sure that I'm gonna be knowing that this kind of the fish farming that I'm doing, the water that's already been put in the fish farming, it's enriched with the vitaminity, or it's enriched with talk about the nutrients relevant for the growth of the green plants or anything, because we always have phytoplanktons, zooplanktons always available to nutritize, and also to make sure that nutrients are divided. The microorganisms, the macroorganisms are always present in terms of that water that's being spilled out. And we're going to be rearing here much of the fish that's going to be sufficient to the home use. And the G castle going to be taking over the game, and it will be just a self-sufficient G castle, because everything will be coming out of the G castle, as it's one of the production house that it's so meticulous and relevantly whenever we come in terms of development and new technology that is being achieved by today. And much of the people are still going to learn about what is going to come out from the G castle a little bit. And yet we have the veranda here going to be having some 21 days of drying. Today it's like 5 days already, so we have like 18 days is on the spot to have it drying up. And we have some 2 weeks in front as we're going to be commencement of the other courses to make sure that this kind of the house is enclosed, and we're going to be having much of the tiling and also the plaster going to be following the course. And also after that one, we're going to be having again the roofing of the other side, because that the house is separated into two. We have the first section and we have the second section that's going to be coming out so clearly from this position, to make sure that we are having everything meticulous and everything put in one point, to make sure that everything is so good. So we're going to be starting up the second roofing when we should have burnt the talk about the formulated bricks already and to the other section of the G castle. So everything will be sufficiently used in this kind of the G castle. Wait for it, because much of the people will be coming for tours and vacations, and charter lunches, charter booms, charter everything gonna be allocated in the G castle, making sure that everybody will be enjoying and making it happen. This is just the beginning of development, and everyone should just gauge it from the G castle and the G. This is the real G coming out more clearly, more fantastic, more elaborative. Here we go. Let's go with the time. Here we go. We join much of the people who are making other bricks to the other side, because they're now formulating. They have already finished formulating 30,000 bricks when they've just stayed here for 3 months only, and they've formulated 30,000 bricks. So I think they have developed themselves and they have got something which is so meticulous for them to say about, oh, I did this, I have to do the other thing, and everything is so fantastic as we appreciate each other the day and the day forward. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. Siga Shagwa, impeachment. What is he talking about to the other side? And also Mr. Faida one-on-one. Here we go. Let's get to the boomshell. Today is today, tomorrow is another day. Here we go. Let's congratulate them for the 30,000 bricks. Here to go.